What is Rachel Rofe's low-hanging system? This course teaches you how to drop ship print-on-demand products like coffee mugs, t-shirts, pillowcases, and more. The course teaches multiple different platforms like Shopify, Etsy, eBay, and Amazon. But really, the big thing that they teach is how to sell using Gear Bubble, which is owned by Donald Wilson. With the methods and system that Rachel Rofe teaches, you don't have to buy bulk products or hold any inventory. And so that's the big win with this strategy for selling products online, because it eliminates some of the risk of putting a ton of capital into a big amount of inventory and running the risk that all of that stuff won't sell. So during this presentation, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of the course, the business model, the challenges of the business model, and another way to make money online. So what is the business model? Print on demand is a pretty straightforward business when compared to other things out there. The print on demand business is where you work with a supplier of white label products. So like baseball hats, tote bags, water bottles, coffee mugs is a big thing with Rachel Rofe, where the product itself has no distinguishing features, but then you customize the product and you sell it on a per order basis. So it's only created when people order it, and it's sold under your brand and with your own design. So there's some big pros with that business model. Like I already mentioned, the lack of the need to have inventory. Also, you'll be building your own brand instead of promoting another brand's products like you might with Amazon wholesale or even affiliate marketing. At the end of all of this, you might have a very successful brand that you can either continue to scale, or you could even consider selling it down the road. Pros of Rachel Rofe's low-hanging system. So first, it's going to teach you how to print and ship, and that is taken care of by Don Wilson's Gear Bubble. So it does take away the step of having to find a supplier or a product sourcing retailer. So that is a big win. You also get access to the Facebook group. You get access to the VIP concierge team for a pretty lengthy amount of time, about 12 months. But at the end of that 12 months, you will not have access to the VIP team. You'll also get 3 group coaching calls every week in different time zones, and 3 one-on-one calls on days 1, 7, and 45. So that's cool. You'll get that first initial get you started, and then right away, just a week later, you'll get a check-in call. But then you have a couple weeks to really get it going. And I think that's a good way to place these one-on-one phone calls, because it gives you time to really dig into the business model between days 7 and day 45. But it's also going to give you a chance to come up with the need it now questions between days 1 and 7. Some good planning there for sure. But there are some cons of Rachel Rofe's low-hanging system. Although the course focuses on free ways of advertising, the market for print-on-demand products is so saturated that you'll probably, if not, you will have to spend money on ads to compete. And if you're selling on Amazon, you can use Amazon PPC, you can use Amazon ads, but to stay competitive at the end of the day, you're pretty much going to have to use some capital to promote. You'll face a lot of competition if you use generic designs. So you'll have a leg up if you're a creative person and you are ready to put your own creative flair into your brand and into your products. But if that does not sound like you, you're not going to be able to get ahead by selling things that other people are selling. Rachel makes some questionable claims as well. For instance, she says that she used to work at a cashier at Walmart before finding success with her business model. This is not true. You have to watch for when creators say things that aren't true, even if it seems small. You don't know what else they aren't being truthful about. Have you seen Rachel Rofe before? You might have. She is an e-commerce entrepreneur and coach from Newton, Pennsylvania. She has a business management degree from Drexel University. She has worked as an executive team leader, so she has a lot of experience leading other people to success, so that's cool. In 2016, she founded her company, Rachel Rofe Enterprises, and founded the Burn Your To-Do List. She has outsourced 120 staff before. Prior to Rachel Rofe Enterprises, a year before she started her print-on-demand online business, you've probably heard, if you're into e-commerce, which you clearly are, you may have listened to her podcast. She's written about 50 books, and according to her claims, has earned over $10,000 a month with affiliate marketing alone. So she's got a lot of irons in the fire, lots of income streams going on. She's selling books. She's doing affiliate marketing. She hosts a podcast. She has a print-on-demand business. She sells a course. She's following a lot of business models that those of us that are into e-commerce have either tried or studied. She's got a lot of experience, but I wouldn't say that she is completely focused on the low-hanging system, which makes me wonder just how good the coaching and support is that she provides. How much does it cost and what is included? The course, low-hanging system, it has a one-time fee of just under $1,300 a month. If you don't want to pay that one-time fee, you can pay just under $500 a month for 3 months in a row. You can save about $200 if you want to pay it all up front. The refund policy for low-hanging system does not exist. The previous 90-day money-back guarantee is not offered anymore. So if you came to this video trying to figure out why maybe somebody that you know took the course and got a refund when they weren't happy and you aren't finding that, it's because it's no longer offered. This course has been around since 2016 and it has mixed reviews. So note that even though there are mixed reviews, there's also an affiliate program. So a lot of the positive reviews that you hear are students that are trying to make money off of promoting this course itself, which is a great way to get people to take your course and to get making money online. But for those of us who are researching things like this, it's definitely going to give you a skewed perspective on what the course really is like. What is in Rachel Rofe's low-hanging system? It is a training course with 7 steps, and you get those multiple months of coaching and bonuses. So step 1 is finding proven concepts. So you're going to learn how to find the right niches. It's the first lesson will teach you everything you need to know in order to find the perfect niche for your business. Rachel herself uses the software programs Spot Wins and Spot Niches. So that's where she's going to direct you to start. There are other places that you can start though. So if you do decide to take this course, just know there might be other tools out there that work even better for you. Step 2 is designing. You'll learn how to make your print-on-demand product designs using Photoshop, and she will give you her personal tips on how to outsource your print-on-demand products, how to outsource the designs to freelancers from Fiverr and Upwork. Step 3 is all about your launch on Gearbubble. It will share a step-by-step process of launching a successful business. Step 4 is all about keyword research. So the program will teach you how to promote your listings without using paid ads. So it will not include any paid ad strategies. Just a bummer because you're going to need it. You will learn how to find keywords that you will use to optimize your listings. Spot Wins and Spot Niches does this as well. Step 5 is your launch on Amazon. So it's interesting to me that step 5 is all about Amazon, and then step 6 is about eBay, Etsy, and Shopify. Ideally, I would think you would need at least one step for each of those because you can take the big picture of posting products on Amazon and apply it to any platform, but each one has nuances to the rules and different strategies. And really pay attention if you do decide to take this course on which of these platforms you're really interested in using. And if you're more interested in doing this through Shopify, you might want to find a specific to Shopify course. Finally, step 7 is how to process the orders, and the bonus is all about scaling. So this will teach you how to scale your business, make it bigger as you become successful. She will teach you how to invest money into your products and to capitalize off of trends, holidays, seasonal items, things like that in order to raise your income. What are the challenges of print-on-demand dropshipping? So first, you have many chances of competing in this market, but because this has such a low barrier to entry, you won't be able to really compete without using those paid ads. What I mean by that is creating a print-on-demand business is not very hard. Yes, it is a specific skill, but it is one that a lot of people can learn and have learned and have been doing for years already. So you're going to enter a market that is already very saturated, and you're going to have to figure out how to get all of the traffic to come to you over your competitors. You are going to have to improve your product over and over again. You won't be able to just create a mug and call that a day and become a millionaire overnight. You're going to have to research, add variety, add other products, continuously look into the trends and the seasonal items. So it's not going to be as passive as you probably want. You're going to have to spend even more money to include design costs. If you are one of those people that does not enjoy doing their own design, or maybe just are lacking the skills to do it, it's going to eat into your profit margins to pay graphic designers to do this for you. If you want to do local quality products, this will also be more expensive, and it will eat even more into your profit margins. And last, I've mentioned it already, but I'll touch on it one more time. In the saturated market, you're going to need to use paid advertising. Of course, there are outliers that don't need to, but it's almost like Rachel Rofe uses her, you don't need to use paid ads, it's all organic, as a bonus for why you should do this. But really, it sounds to me like something that should be in the course that isn't. Look for courses that are going to include a section on how to use paid advertising to get ahead in your business. Conclusion, is Rachel Rofe's low-hanging system worth it? Yes and no. So you can make money using the low-hanging system method. It's a legit program. It simplifies the process of creating and running a print-on-demand business. It's also cool that you are hooked up with Gear Bubble, so you can skip that big step of building a relationship with a supplier. But as with any business model, having good training and mentorship will cut down on that learning curve, and it will also help you create a more efficient, possibly very successful business. On the other hand, starting a drop shipping print-on-demand online business in 2023 comes with a lot of risks. Online marketplaces have made their policies for drop shipping stricter. Amazon is very known for suspending accounts and even banning accounts that participate in drop shipping. And the way around that is to open an account but not drop ship for quite some time until Amazon trusts you, and then switching into drop shipping. So as a starter business model on Amazon, you really run the risk of getting suspended, and that's a big one. Drop shipping just is not the most sustainable business model out there in 2023. So lastly, if you're still looking for a way to make money online and print-on-demand drop shipping just is not going to cut it for you, another option is local lead generation. And so local lead generation, what it is, we create websites that promote a service in a local area like Detroit or San Francisco, and we rank it to the top of Google. It's cool because we end up helping some small businesses that don't have the resources to do their own digital marketing get a lot more traffic than they have had previously. Creating the website still requires some content creation, so if that's what you're looking to do online, you'll be able to do that with local lead gen. It's far less saturated than print-on-demand products because there's a higher level of skill that needs to be learned to enter this business model. And so the barrier to entry is higher. And so there's far less saturation. We also work within local zip codes, and there are 42,000 of those in the US. And within each one of those zip codes, there's also dozens of different services that are needed. So you're not going to have the level of global competition that you're fighting against with Amazon or eBay or Etsy or Shopify print-on-demand products. It's also less work to maintain. I mentioned before that you're going to need to continuously look into different trends and create new products and go to Fiverr and hire another person to create another design for your water bottle. With local lead generation, once you get your site ranked, you'll really just need to do some general maintenance on that site periodically far less work to maintain, much more passive. I already talked about that higher barrier to entry. Lastly, on that website that you own, the website that you're ranking, that is a digital asset that is yours. So you remain in control of it while you rent it out to these small local businesses. You're not, at the end of the day, you are not answering to Amazon. You're not answering to Shopify and their terms and conditions. The buck stops with you, and there's lots more opportunities for you with local lead generation. So if that sounds good to you, click the description in my bio.